I'm going to try to communicate some of the thoughts of the family and also discuss a little bit about who Jessica was, as this was a very important thing that the family has asked me to communicate. So I want to start a little bit about Laura and Jose and the environment that Jessica was raised in. Above all, the family was motivated by a positive, peaceful resolution to the death of their beloved daughter. If some of you remember, going back almost 2 years after Jessica was killed, there was a moment where one of the Denver police memorials were desecrated. There was red paint put on it. As a testament to the family and who they were, the family reached out to numerous nonprofit and other constituents in our community to communicate to this community, to these various individuals who had just been incredibly hurt by Jessica's death, that they did not want any violence in the name of Jessica. They did not want any vandalism, any rioting, any further justification for violence. And they stopped it because they communicated that Jessica was about love. And in no way would Jessica have wanted violence done in her name. And that was really the backdrop for how special this family is. Many of you were at Jessica Hernandez's funeral, and there was over 1,000 people, standing room only, at it. And Jessica was a daughter of our community. She had an incredible spirit of kindness and generosity. She was known, small anecdotes about her, she used to take food from their family's dinner table to give to homeless folks. She would donate and sometimes take her family's shoes, her brothers and sisters' shoes, to give to homeless folks in our community. She had recently enrolled for the Coast Guard, and our interviews with her teachers said that Jessica, without any doubt, was going to be joining the Coast Guard. She was a very good student, having tremendous grades, and she just had a beautiful, full future in front of her. There is not a day that goes by that this family does not remember Jessica, and this family is still at stage 1 in their grief. They miss her terribly. About 3 months ago, close to here, the family met with various city officials, including the mayor. And it was just an absolute surreal moment. The chief was there, Nick Mitchell was there, Kristen Bronson was there, and we all just sat back and watched and listened to the mayor communicate with the family. It was real, it was passionate, there was not a dry eye in the room. And the mayor and the family tried to make sense of this tragedy and wanted this community to move forward. They wanted to try to bring the best outcome from the death of Jessica Hernandez. The non-economic terms that Ms. Bronson just described were of paramount importance. The family does not want anyone to go through what they are going through. And the change of the shoot policy that has been brought forth by the City Attorney's Office, by Chief White and the Denver Police Department, through the guidance of the independent monitor and Nick Mitchell's office, is absolutely the most critical part of this settlement. The training associated with no longer shooting into cars unless it's an extremely narrow and limited circumstance, is important. And we are very happy that the City and County of Denver proactively were engaging in these types of negotiations. There was a sincere desire by everyone to try to do things perhaps a little different, to bring some humanity and compassion to that. And I commend the mayor for taking steps that were perhaps not driven by what they were required to do on the most minimal legal reasons, but as a father himself who understands what it would be like, or he doesn't understand, but tried to empathize and relate to what this family has gone through. And for that, the City and County of Denver should be commended for not putting this family through an extremely ugly litigation and putting our community through an extremely ugly litigation, because no matter who would have ultimately prevailed after a jury trial in federal court, there would have been no winners. No one would have been better for having to go through this lawsuit. Finally, as Kristen Bronson said, the legal team of Qusair Mohamedbhai would like to thank the new city attorney, Kristen Bronson, who has been an agent of change to this city. Her wisdom and her legal acumen are incredible. And the delicacy and the sincerity in which the lawyers and the mayor and the Chief White have all interacted with the family has been tremendous. And so on behalf of the Hernandez family, we would ask that you remember Jessica for who she was. And we would thank you very much for hearing us out and being hopefully part of a positive change for our community. Thank you.